welcome to livealittlehigher.com. This week we continue learning our book on Hovot HaLevavot by Rabbi Bahya Ibn Pakuda. We're in the gate of self-accounting, and today Rabbi Pakuda, he says to us, when a person's soul longs for the company and camaraderie of other people, he should reflect on the virtues of solitude and separation from others, and on the ill effects of associating with fools when this is not absolutely necessary. So he's telling us, like, as they say in Colombia, it's better to be alone than in bad company. Mejor estar solo que mal acompañado. That's one of our sayings. And in truth, it's true. Like, people are so scared of being lonely, of being alone, that sometimes they attach themselves to the worst company. You know, this happens a lot to teenagers. They end up, they want to be friends with the cool people, with the funny people, with the cool people, and they don't measure up, like, is these people worthy? Like, are these people going to make me go higher as a person, or are they going to lower me up? And many people stick with people that are really not good people, because they are like in social life, they're the ones that everybody loves. And at the end of the day, it's foolish. It's better to be alone in life, look for other type of people, or just be by yourself, than to be engaged with these people. So he says that among the ill effects of companionship with them is needless talk, he said, and it has been said, and other long-winded superfluous babbling. The wise one said, the wise one is referring to King Solomon, when there is too much talk, mistakes are not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is prudent. This is in Mishlei. And a sage once said, withhold your extraneous words and muzzle your extraneous speech. So what happens is, when you're in the company of people that are very vain and very, how you call it, like light, like, you know, has nothing inside, these people, what do? They talk about other people. That's what they do. When you're in circles of people that don't have a beautiful mind, all they do is talk about other people. And we have to really develop a beautiful mind, in which when you're with people, you can be talking about Torah, you can be, I don't know, talking about something interesting you learned, you can be talking about telling a nice story about something, but you should try not to talk about people. So further ill effects are gossip, slander, and deprecation. Scripture says of one with such habits, you sit and slander your brother, and you malign the son of your mother. This is in Tehillim. Further ill effects are falsehood and lies. Of this it says, falsehood is in the midst. I gave heed and listened, they speak untruth. This is in Yirmiyahu. And further ill effects are false and trivial oaths, of which the Creator has said, God will not allow it to go unpunished. So people are always promising, I promise you, I promise you, I promise I did this, I promise. And this type of talk really is not conducive to holiness. It's not conducive to anything good. And so the Creator has said, God will not allow it to go unpunished. This is in Shemot. And a pious man once said to his students, the Torah has permitted us to swear truthfully in God's name, but I advise you not to swear by His name. Like, we have to really make it a point that we accustom ourselves to not be swearing and making oaths. I promise you in God's name, I say it, God knows. We should try not to talk in such ways. So further ill effects of associating with fools are arrogance and scorn, ridiculing part of those who are present, and scoffing with them. And Rabbi Pakuda says, I have devoted one of the gates of this book to countering such traits, the gate of humility, which is already up in the website if you want to listen to it. So among the ill effects of this company is also the absence of fear of God in one's heart when mingling with people and talking with them. So when people are in a social environment, or they're at work and people are talking and talking, if you sit down and you listen to what they say, you're going to be like, oh, I can't believe it. What he's saying is truth. We have to really be very careful who we sit with and who we surround ourselves with, because tell me who you hang around with, and I will tell you who you are. This is another Colombian saying, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. And it's true, when you surround yourself with people that are always talking and talking and talking about all these things, you're gonna end up being just like them. So he continues saying, further ill effects are craving favor and love of fame, like when you wanna belong, you wanna be part of this group, you wanna be important in their eyes, and when people feel like this, they do stupid things just to be important, just so people will like them. And so we are obligated to object to evil in 3 ways. He gives us the antidote here. 1, by striking with the hand, as Pinchas did in the incident of Zimri and Casby. Yeah, this is not right. I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen about other people. You stand up and you leave. Just like that. I don't listen to Lashon Hara. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. 2, by objecting in words, as Moshe, our master, did when he said to the wrongdoer, why are you striking your fellow? This is in Shemot. So yes, you can say to people, why do you talk about people? Why? What's the purpose? And so, and the 3rd one is by objecting in one's heart, as David, peace upon him, said, I hate a crowd of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked. No, I'm a Baal Tshuva. I became frum, observant of Torah and mitzvot, and one of the hardest mitzvahs, really, is this mitzvah of idle speech, of how to contain your mouth, and how you have to really control what you say. And I've seen it even in people who are very spiritual, that it's a very hard mitzvah to not fall into. It's very tempting to talk about other people. But nevertheless, I learned that I don't hang around a lot of people. I don't go out to lunch with 20 ladies, because I know at the end of the day I'm gonna be sick listening to all the Lashon Hara they say. So I prefer to go with 1 or 2 friends. I know they know I don't talk about people, and the conversation goes in a different direction. You can control these things. So when you're alone, however, you're undoubtedly excused from the duty to enjoy good and warn against evil, which is a difficult duty to fulfill and discharge, as our sages of blessed memory said. I doubt if there is anyone in this generation who can accept reproof. I doubt if there is anyone in this generation who knows how to reprove. Further of their company and friendship are the corruption of good judgment, the weakening of intellectual perception, and the strengthening of base instinct, and one acquires their negative traits, as the wise one said, he who befriends fools will become base. And for this reason our master of blessed memory said, children's talk and sitting in the assembly places an ignorant drive a person out of this world. This is Pirkei Avot. And in short, most transgressions, in order to be committed, require at least 2 people. Like, you need 2 hands to clap. You need 2 people to be talking idle talk. You're not going to be talking idle talk with someone else, like with yourself. You're not going to be talking bad about anybody with yourself. So solitude and separation from others save one from all the transgressions we have mentioned, and are amongst the strongest factors in the development of positive character traits. So Rabbi Pakuda finishes off saying, take care also not to be misled by the notion that association with the wise who know God and His Torah, and mingling with outstanding personalities, entail negation of solitude and renunciation of virtues of isolation. Association with devotees of loving kindness and religion are many, above and beyond those of isolation and too numerous to recount. So he's saying that, on the contrary, these constitute the very essence of solitude and isolation, and the virtues of association with devotees of loving kindness. So when you associate yourself with people that are very elevated human beings, that are in a different realm, they're not talking bad about others, they're not judging others, they're not putting other people down. On the other hand, you're sitting with them and they're talking about Torah, and they're talking about God, and they're learning Torah all day, and you sit with them and they're giving you a Devar Torah. this is like being alone. This is like the feeling that you feel when you're alone. So the wise one said, he who seeks out the wise will become wise, but he who befriends fools will become a fool, will become base. In Mishlei it says, this is in Mishlei, and then it says, incline your ear and hear words of the wise, and of one who does not associate with the devotees of loving kindness, he said, a scoffer dislikes being rebuked, he will not go to the wise. And so we have to learn to keep quiet, to be humble, to not judge other people. This is a very bad trait. It really drowns you. It takes you out of this world when you're only thinking and talking about others. It's not something that brings a divine presence to the world. And really, evil speech is the energy we create. That's what's going on. When people are talking in such ways, this is the energy. They're drawing this energy into the world, all this negativity and all this toxicity into the world. This week, a friend called me. She had an issue with someone. And she said, what should I do? This person always is making me feel bad when I'm with her. She's always saying things that really diminish me. What should I do? Should I speak to her? And I said, there's no need. Why would you speak to her? This person is a fool. How can you speak to a fool? Like, get away from this person. Like, get away from her. Don't associate yourself with her. If you have to say hello to her and be cordial, be cordial. But keep away from this type of people. Run away from them. Because when you're trying to appease them or do something that will change them, it's gonna be worse. They're fools, they're base. So I leave you here. I wish you a blessed week, and remember that what you say matters. Words can kill. Words can kill the person that listens to them, the person that you're talking about, and you also, when you're speaking about other people, it really takes you out of this world. So there's so many other things to talk about that are so interesting, and that not only don't bring destruction to the world, but will build this world into a better place. So remember, live a little higher. Thank you.